What's up, guys? It's Sunday. No Prep Kings. I know it's not No Prep Kings. Speed Promotions is at Virginia Motorsports Park. They are racing for $40,000 today. I did a recap of yesterday. They did their Beat the Champ race. If you want to check that out, it's real quick. Get caught up on that. And I have the list of who's going to race who. They got 18 cars going at it. And here we go. All right, here we go. Alan Buck versus Cole Pez. And I just saw on Cole Pez's Facebook that his daddy just showed up. His daddy's a big Pro Mod tuner, Brandon Pez. So we're going to see how they do today. Chevy Reed versus Paige Coughlin. Paige Coughlin won last night, the 10,000. Tim Brown versus Mike Bowman. Chris Rankin versus Jeff Lutz. Dave Mendez versus Ryan Martin. B-Rad versus Kyle Canyon. Murder Nova versus Nate Saylor. Disco Dean versus Jerry Burt. And Scott Taylor versus Kai Kelly.
Alan Buck goes red, gives the win to Cole Pez. Tough break there for Alan Buck. He probably would have got the win as Cole Pez pops the blower off that car about mid-track. A drag race, but Paige Coughlin going to get there first, takes the win. That was close. But Paige Coughlin going to get there first. Nice job. And Bowman takes the win there with a nice pass. Great job. Chris Rankin going to get the win there. Jeff Lutz has issues in the right lane. And Ryan Martin right down Broadway gets the win. Nice job, Dave Mendez. Car makes a move towards the wall, has to pedal. And Kyle Cannon going to get the win there. Nice pass for him. Oh, and Murder Nova gets the win. Wow. Disco Dean gonna get the win there. That looked close. Nice. Oh, and Kai Kelly gets the win. Wow.
Some pretty good runs. Cole Pez had a huge blower pop, and in the driver's meeting, Kai Kelly tried to call out Cole Pez because he's still mad at him for putting him on the clock at Famoso. So stay tuned for that little bit of drama. Paige Coughlin over Chevy Reeves, Mike Bowman over Tim Brown, Chris Rankin over Lutz, Ryan Martin over Dave Mendez, Kyle Canyon over B-Rad, Murder Nova and Nate Saylor was a good race. Disco Dean over Jerry Byrd. That was a good one. And then Kai Kelly and Scott Taylor was a good one too. Second round matchups. Chris Rankin versus Mike Bowman. Disco Dean versus Kyle Canyon. Murder Nova versus Cole Pez, who called Kai a bitch in the driver's meeting. Paige Coughlin versus Ryan Martin. And Kai Kelly with the bye run.
And Chris Rankin takes the win. And Dean with a nice pass there in that right lane. Way to go. And Murder Nova with a nice pass there on that competition by. And Ryan Martin gets the win. Woo! Side by side. And Kai Kelly pops the blower just before the mile-per-hour cone. It was on a pass. Oh boy.
They dropping like flies over here. Chris Rankin over Mike Bowman. Kyle Canyon was broke on the last run. He had problems, so he couldn't get it back going. Disco Dean for the win. Cole Pez, we saw he blowed his blower sky high. So, Murder Nova for the win. Ryan Martin and Paige Coughlin. That was a good race. Ryan Martin for the win. And then Kai Kelly blowed his blower on the daggum bye run. So, we'll see what the next run holds. All right, third round matchups. Murder Nova versus Kai Kelly. Chris Rankin versus Ryan Martin, and Disco Dean got to bye.
All right, Murder Nova, nice pass there in the right lane on the bye run. So he'll move on. And Chris Rankin gets the win. Ryan Martin's car shut off after the launch, and that was all she wrote.
All right, so Kai Kelly didn't make it back after that huge blower pop that he had. Murder Nova got the competition by. It looked like Speed Promotion was having a little bit of internet problems. That's what that's from, not from mine. And Chris Rankin over Ryan Martin, who shook. And then Disco Dean had the bye, so he just took the tree. He didn't even make a pass. So, semis. Murder Nova, Chris Rankin, Disco Dean. All right, finals. I'm not doing a little chart because it's just Murder Nova versus Disco Dean, and Chris Rankin gets the bye. All right, so while we're waiting, Small Tower ran its final, so I'm going to show that. It is Caden Rankin versus Jimmy Mayo. So Caden Rankin is Chris Rankin's son. So there's always a potential for a double up since they're both still in. But here's the final.
Takes the win, makes a great pass. Jimmy Mayo loses the tire kind of early, has to pedal.
Congrats to Caden Rankin. He was also in the final last night against Daddy Dave. Today, he beat Daddy Dave in the round before this final, so he's on a little bit of a roll there. And then him and his daddy could double up in the winner circle. Rankin's going to the final for sure because he has to bye. And now I'm fixing to show Murder Nova and Disco Dean to see which one of them is going to face him.
Takes the win. Great drag race right there, side by side. Murder Nova. Car made a move towards the center. Sean stayed in it. Says he ain't gonna pedal.
All right, time for the finals. Murder Nova versus Chris Rankin right now.
the win. Both cars look like they got out of it about the same time. Murder Nova gets back in it as that car was almost up against the wall. Gets back in it, takes the win. Wow.
Congrats, Murder Nova, Aaron, Phantom, Aiden, Mallory, all of them. Congrats to y'all. That was awesome. And they were driving them things too. So that was awesome. Thank you guys for watching, like, and subscribing. If you're into the NHRA, I got my recap loading. Give it a minute. It takes it a while to load. I'll be live in Bristol for the NHRA next weekend. Come check me out. Leave me a comment because you know I love them. And after this, I'm going to show the Big Tower Outlaw, I think is what they call it. Scott Taylor versus Dave Mendez. Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Oh, and Scott Taylor makes it look easy over there in the right lane, gets the win. Dave Mendez, not sure what happened there. Car did not launch. Dave